If you don't experience hardship and if you're moving away from things that are hard, it'll be very difficult for you to grow because you always shy away from yourself when things are hard.
So how do you do?
Think that is 2 plus 3y. Oh, hold up, you forgot the 6x. 4x squared, 6x plus 6x, 12x, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, of course, now we're talking about mental health and everything, and I understand that is important. Don't get me wrong, I'm very open about that stuff, but I don't like when people use that as an excuse to not do anything else.
Where you're smiling and laughing. Why? Tell me, where is it? You're not sure about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like...
Yeah, don't try and feel like you need the pressure to sort out everything you need to know. There's no pressure. You don't try and think like, oh, because oh my gosh, I need to do my rest of like you got 70 years of your life to live, and you're gonna base everything in this like 1 or 2 years and think this is gonna be the rest of your life. Nah, it's not.
If you keep blaming people, if you keep blaming things, that's all good, fine. All right, put the blame on them, but what are you doing? Because if you put the blame on them and you're not doing anything, you're just as bad as them. Yes, there's a problem. Okay, we addressed it. Now let's find ways to get better as opposed to staying in that same position. Okay, so just thought I'd try something different, show you a bit of a day in the life or behind the scenes of what my life looks like. It's not a extravagant life, if that's what you're after. My life is a very simple life. I just get on with it. I'm a very simple man. You know, I don't do these extravagant things at all. It's currently now Sunday, just about to hit 8 o'clock in the morning. I have a class at 8:30. So for those of you who don't know, I teach maths from year 7 to A level. So I run a maths tutoring company, and I've been doing that now for the past 6-7 years. Previously, I used to work in investment banking. I left the investment banking world to start up this company, and now have been doing that. And I'm doing other things as well in terms of ventures, but this is predominantly the main thing that I focus on a lot. The weekends is very, very intense. It's very full on because I teach a lot of students, a lot of classes I have running. And right now, or this Sunday, we have the year 12s, the year 13s, the year 9s, year 10s, year 8s. So I literally just teach back to back, not much of a break. I think one of the classes I have like a 15-minute break, but then other than that, it's just back to back to back. So yeah, for most people, weekends is those down days, I guess, the rest days. For me, that's my really full on work days, I guess. That's why I really go hard. And I've been doing this now for the past 6-7 years, so it's become a habit. I don't really see it as a bad thing now. I enjoy what I do. I really like what I do. Sometimes it can be draining. There's a lot of, it's a lot of energy, right, that you're putting out, but you find ways to adapt just about with anything in life. So yeah, I'll show you some of the behind the scenes, and you also see the classes as well that I teach. But if you like a lot of these things and you want to see more of it, just put it down in the comments. I'm not going to share everything, okay, because I don't know, I'm like I said, I don't do big extravagant things. I just live life, get on with it, do what needs to get done, and just keep pushing, keep doing. My days are not going to be, that amazing. It's just a standard normal day like anyone else, and just getting on with it. So we'll see where this goes. It will probably be a bit draining because there's a lot going on, and I've been a bit ill for the past week, but we get on, and let's see how it goes. Right, so this is the class, as I'm sure you've probably seen from the videos. I just have to get all my stuff ready. And when I say get everything ready, I don't do much preparation because a lot of the things I've already learned, and it's just literally now reciting from my head in that sense. So it's only if certain topics I forgot, I'll just do some questions on it, and then it's pretty straightforward after. So for most of the times, I would say maybe from year 7 all the way up to year 11, I actually don't do any preparation. Everything is from here, and I just teach. So I don't even use any books. So if you see in the classes, it's just me writing on the whiteboard behind here, and then I just write it. So sometimes I will think of the answer, and then from the answer, I'll reverse engineer it and make up the question. So all of this is done in my mind. I don't really use any books. No, I'm not trying to show off. I'm just telling you the process behind how I do it. For A level, especially maybe year 13, the year before they go to university, there's certain topics there that sometimes I forget that I need to just go through again and do some questions, because some of those are a bit more in depth, that requires a bit more understanding and just a bit more questions for me to be able to remember what I'm about to teach. So yeah, this is it, I guess. Got a latte from McDonald's. Now, don't judge me. I tried the Costa one. I don't know about you, but I don't like the taste of Costa. Even the hot chocolate is not that great. There's nothing, it just feels very, I don't know, it feels very bland. So I tend to, unfortunately, because normally there's a coffee shop a small, very small bistro coffee shop where they do the hot chocolates, because I don't normally go for lattes and coffees just because coffee makes me paranoid. One coffee and my energy just goes even to another level. But they have this coffee bistro where they do really amazing chocolate. This is the thing, right? If you want really nice tasting drinks like hot chocolate coffee, go to these small coffee shops because they specialize in it and they have better ingredients, quality ingredients, as opposed to like, I don't know, Costa or even Starbucks as well. I don't know, I just never liked the taste of it. So I prefer the McDonald's one, actually. The hot chocolate of McDonald's that tastes better than Costa, in my opinion. I don't know if you agree. So currently sipping on this. Oh my gosh, man, this camera is heavy as well. Wow. So I need to get used to this. I've got some, what is this? Okay, I don't normally do this, okay, but cream crackers. Now, the reason why I got cream crackers is because I had food poisoning this week, so I can't eat anything heavy at the moment. The food poisoning, if you had food poisoning, you know. So they normally say that you want to eat something light, so I just get something light, like cream crackers. Nothing too substantial that's gonna upset the stomach. To be fair, I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I got a latte. Coffee latte is actually not good. So they didn't have hot chocolate. That's why. That's why I got the lattes, because I asked for hot chocolate. They didn't have it. The machine stopped working. So I had to go for that. Oh, okay. Let's get on with it.
So that's your GUX. Who got that for GUX? No one. This is not good.
But how is plus 12 minus 5 to minus?
Where?
The 3x plus 12 minus 5, 5 times 5.
Yeah.
That's 4. There you've written plus 12 minus 5.
Yeah.
Oh, changed it.
I never changed it. I wrote plus 7. What was the original question sign? Was it greater than or smaller than?
When it's facing the 0, it's going to eat the 0.
Oh my days. This confuses me more. What do you mean eat?
Oh yeah, minus 9, smaller greater than x, smaller and greater than 5.
Smaller and greater? You shouldn't write in red because I write in red. Huh? You have no other pen in that big pencil case of yours?
Yeah.
Every single pen? So why have a pencil case? Defeats the logic. Do you understand how to do it? You said what? Cheers.
Is that what we do for all of them?
Yeah. No worries, mate. Proper talking like a football person, is it? Cheers, Nathan. Huh? Can I rub it off, Nathan?
Yeah.
Cheers. I didn't say that, Nathan. That was Dian. I'll go through it. You don't want to thank me or?
So how do you do?
Think. Surya,
Yeah,
how you doing?
good.
How's life treating you?
Fine.
It's a lot of stress right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can imagine. Dean's asking for 3. He's kind of stuck on the quadratic equation. Would you be able to ever so kindly share your quadratic equation so that Dean can see where he's wrong as opposed to right?
For lunch today?
I don't know. I need to see.
Good jobs.
It's a VIP treatment idea. Let me see what Father Christmas has brought me today. Right, so just finished off the class now. Gonna have a quick break and then start for the next class. Oh, and these are the stands that I use for the cameras. They're quite sturdy, definitely sturdy, really good. This is like the bag full of equipments. Oh, it's crazy, there's a lot of equipments here that I have. And to be fair, I need to tidy this thing up. It's all over the place. But the sun's coming out. As we can see, looks like it's going to be a good day. What was the easiest exam you did?
Geography.
Geography. What's a tributary?
For what?
A tributary.
In a river.
What's a low front?
You don't need to know that.
What are you learning in geography then? How green is the grass? Who does history here? Oh wow. What are you guys learning? Henry VIII and his 9 wives. Elizabeth, Henry's daughter. How was she?
Is that coffee and tea?
And ginger.
No, but why do you get coffee and tea?
And ginger.
Okay.
It's a special taste for me. Who does ICT? That's still going on?
No, computer science.
No, ICT,
Oh,
not
no.
computer
It's still
science.
not-
It was before called Information Communication Technology. You have to use Excel, Microsoft Word, Access, and spreadsheet, and you have to create a project within each of them.
Isn't that what they teach like old people? It's like when they teach them how to use a computer.
Listen, I got an A-star on that back then, so I was very happy with that. But you're smiling and laugh. Why? Tell me, where is it? You're not sure about it. Don't try and feel like you need the pressure to sort out everything you need to know. There's no pressure. You don't try and think like, oh my gosh, I need to know what I need to do with the rest of my life. How old are you guys? 12. Oh, sorry, 15. Sorry. No. So 15. Right. So let's say you live up to 80, but with medicine now getting more advanced, you've got 70 years of your life to live, and you're gonna base everything in this like 1 or 2 years and think this is gonna be the rest of your life. Nah, it's not. If you ask me, the way my journey has been actually, I was trying to do a degree in maths. And then I said, why am I going to do a degree in maths? The only thing I can do with maths is teaching. Forget that. Look how ironic it is now. I'm back here. So
the class I just had was the year 12s. So that's the A-level maths class. And we've been doing a lot of mixed question revision at the moment, just because we've pretty much nearly finished all the syllabus in terms of covering the syllabus. So the way I do it is, in school, what they'll take maybe 2-3 weeks to cover, or maybe a week or two, I normally cover a topic in a lesson, and then we do a lot of questions. These are some of the questions that we're doing. So doing a lot of mixed questions, a lot of the hard questions. It's easy to explain these things and the students will understand it, but then it's when you really give them the hard questions, how would they go about applying what they just learned? So yeah, I like A-level maths. I've enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed it in that regard, because it's more interesting to learn, I guess, and it's more structured, in my opinion. So I don't know if you guys had a good experience of it or not, but yeah, let me know in the thoughts the kind of experiences that you've had for those who did A-level maths. But yeah, I have a quick break to do, and then the next class would be the year 8s and the year 9s, and then there'll be the year 10s as well. Yeah, Sundays are there's quite a lot going on. I enjoy it too. A lot of people, obviously, it's like the rest day, as I said, but for me, it's become a normality to just work, I guess. So
do people still do resistant materials? Textiles, cooking? There's one guy in our year that did textiles, and all of the others were girls. I don't even think he wants to do textiles. He just wants to be surrounded with girls or something else. Like, why are you scared of doing maths?
It's very important.
Yeah, you gotta push work harder. I had a vacancy in my mocks, and I just put the work in. You can do it. Just how much are you willing to work for it? That's all. It's not about talent. It really isn't. It's just excuses you're saying to yourself to make yourself feel better because you can't deal with the reality that you're not willing to put the work in. Put the work in. You don't care about what anyone else does. Do you? That's it. There's no reason why you can't get a good grade. If it scares you, go towards it. Because you know the thing that scares you, every time you run away from it, it's always going to come back again in full circle. That's how life works. The thing that you run away from, it could be anything in life, whatever, it doesn't have to be a subject. You'll always find a way of coming back. As I said, you have to feel comfortable with the uncomfortable. Again, no pressure.
You have to pick by February.
And don't worry about that. You pick by February, but then in the summer you can always change. So don't worry too much about it.
Just a little quick snack, I guess, would just be another cracker. Teaching it is one thing, and making sure that they understand is another, right? So I want to make sure that they enjoy the class, the students, whether it's from year 7 all the way up to A-levels, but they also understand what is being taught. So let's just say that, in the school, the way they teach it and the way I teach it is in a way a bit different, because I just go straight to the point. And I'm not saying all schools do this. I'm not saying all teachers do this, but I look at it more from a results perspective. Okay, you explain it a certain way. Did they understand? Great. Are they able to do the questions? Great. That's all that matters to me, right? And to a lot of the parents, to all the parents that bring their students here, they want the results. So for me, I'm very results oriented. Like pretty much all the students end up getting A's and A stars, and then they go up and do A-level maths. So the questions that we do here is difficult, it's more challenging, but it's good because look, like this, it's interesting. I'll touch on this for a bit, but I don't want to talk too much about it. But I had I had a talk as well yesterday. That was a year 10 class, and I was saying to them that if you don't experience hardships and if you're moving away from things that are hard, it'll be very difficult for you to grow and prosper, because you always remove yourself or try and shy away from yourself when things are hard. They understood it, of course. They understood it. They understood where I came from. But it's a great reminder, because I feel like in this day and age, everything has gone soft. It's not your fault as such. It's just the way society has been morphing. Because now, if you look back in the days, back in I would say even my parents' days, my grandparents' days, the world was a lot harder. It was a lot more raw, right? And you just got on with it. Yes, of course, now we're talking about mental health and everything, and I understand that is important. Don't get me wrong, I'm very open about that stuff, but I don't like when people use that as a victimhood. and then use that as an excuse to not do anything else. I don't accept that. Like, yes, there's a problem. Okay, we addressed it. Now let's find ways to get better as opposed to staying in that same position. And this is what I was saying to the students, that if you keep blaming people, if you keep blaming things, if you keep blaming that your teacher is rubbish, this is why you don't understand anything. If you keep blaming your school, oh, the reason why I'm here is because my school is not willing to push, then listen, that's all good, fine. All right, put the blame on them. But what are you doing? Because if you put the blame on them and you're not doing anything, you're just as bad as them. You're just putting the blame onto someone else, but you're not doing anything about it. I'm someone who, I don't like to play the victim mode. I don't like to, feel sorry for myself. I don't like to, and that's not me saying that I'm hard and, I'm like, I've got this shield of armor where it's impenetrable. No, of course, I have vulnerable moments. I have a lot of times where things are difficult, and we all go through that, right? But it's about going through those difficult moments and doing something about it, as opposed to staying in that same position and feeling sorry for yourself and not moving forward. That is what I don't accept, and that's what I don't agree with. Like, we need to take time off every now and then when you're burning out. It could be you're burning out with your studies. It could be you're burning out emotionally. But then you take that time to rest, and then you come back stronger, right? Even when I'm teaching the students maths, a lot of the things that I do, it's funny. It's like, it's a lot of principles. So it's difficult to explain, but it's like, I teach them maths, but it's more like, and I've said this so many times before as well, even on my website, but it's like, I teach the tools to life through maths. And again, this is not me trying to be arrogant or cocky. Everything that I teach them, the method, principles, the consistency, effort, these are all principles that they can go and use in the other aspects of life. So the maths for me is just a byproduct, right? I'm just teaching them maths, but through maths, I'm showing them principles of life, thinking, the way you think, the way you conduct yourself, the way you talk with people, the way you better yourself, right? And again, I don't want to sound wishy-washy and all that crap, because I just don't believe in that. I really believe in something where you say you're going to do something and you take action. That's it. You don't think, take action, stop procrastinating. That was just one thing that I wanted to share. If you're going through something that you're struggling with, if it's studies, if it's life, relationship, whatever, understand that this too shall pass. It's a period where you have to endure, and you might have to suffer, you might have to go through the ordeals, but you also have to understand and remember that this thing is not going to last forever. And this is an interesting thing, right? When good things happen to us, we forget bad things are going to come. When bad things are happening to us, we forget good things are going to come. Interesting paradox there, right? Something to think about, but I've got to finish this and then get ready for the next class.